Thank you, Madam President, and I certainly want to applaud my colleague from Napa that wants to strengthen laws to ensure that we don't have companies that are being hacked and vital information being shared not only throughout the United States but throughout the world. But I think he's directing his frustration and anger at the very companies that have been victims of criminality. There are sophisticated entities, including rogue countries, that do nothing but spend full time trying to hack the private sector and the public sector. Even the United States government's been hacked. I know some private servers that have been hacked in the government as well. I regretfully must oppose SB1121 since it will unduly create massive liability to businesses and nonprofits for data breaches, even when no customer has been harmed. While the intent to prevent data breaches that have been in the past exposed consumer information is one that I commend, SB 1121 would drastically expand the civil liability of companies providing goods and services in California without any corresponding benefit to California consumers. My friends, we are witnessing a tremendous flight of businesses out of the state of California over the past decade. In a Pasadena Star article, August 2017, between 2008 and 2015, over 10,000 businesses have left the state of California, decreased their operations, or curtailed plans to locate to our state. You can look at big companies like Honda. You can look at Kubota Tractor that left Torrance, California, for Grapevine, Texas. Heinz that left Chatsworth to go to Mason, Ohio. Disney that had seamstresses do all of their costumes for all of their characters that left Fullerton, California for Orlando. The bottom line is that our business environment is in bad shape. This bill is going to place an enormous burden on not only large businesses, but small businesses that really are the fabric of what's left of the economy in the state of California, discounting ag, Hollywood, and Silicon Valley. By widely expanding the scope by which a consumer can sue companies, this bill simply is going to be lining the pockets of consumer class action attorneys, especially since a consumer doesn't even have to show that their data has been breached, let alone any damage. I'd like to point out that the voters of California have approved Prop 64, which limits shakedown lawsuits that mainly result in windfalls for unscrupulous lawyers and higher prices, which are ultimately passed down to our consumers because of the higher frivolous litigation costs. Current law already requires companies that have been breached to help consumers take such action by mandating that they provide free identity theft and mitigation measures, like Experian has had to do, like credit reporting services, for at least 1 year. Under the current law, companies already have an incentive to act quickly as soon as possible to notify consumers and do as much possible to mitigate their harm. SB 1121 diminishes this incentive because if this bill is adopted, a company that acts aggressively to eliminate injury to customers will be exposed to the same liability as a company that delays announcing a data breach and fails to offer any mitigation measures. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, this is a horrific bill for business in the state of California that inappropriately criminalizes and penalizes businesses that invest millions of dollars to protect the data from unscrupulous worldwide criminals that seek to tap that information. Let's not continually impact and penalize the businesses of the state of California. Let's be united and stand for businesses and help them do what we can to strengthen their data, to prevent it from going to rogue countries and to rogue individuals that look to exploit the customers, take their money, and take their privacy away. Again, let's not criminalize our businesses. Let's go after the rogue criminals that are causing the damage. I urge you, please, in the interest of business in the state of California, please vote no on SB 1121.